right, everybody. So welcome back. Today we're going to talk about social media and the Great Gatsby. And I'm assuming some of you have probably heard about this story. It's a very popular story about the Great Gatsby, Jake Gatsby. And the overreaching arc of this story about the Great Gatsby is about chasing illusions in a world built on hollow promises. And I want to ask you today, how does our interaction with social media, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, contrast to that, right? And how does it connect to that? On the surface, the story of Jay Gatsby is really an interesting story. He's a self-made man, pulls himself out of poverty. He reinvents himself over and over again, all for the love of a little girl named Daisy Buchanan. You know, we've heard this story 1,000 times. It's kind of a great love story, but deep down, it's not really a love story at all. But anyhow, Jay Gatsby, he falls in love, tries to reinvent himself with this love for Daisy Buchanan. And he throws these lavish parties. He builds an empire of appearances. He believes that he can rewind time and go back and win Daisy back, right? Win her back, win her heart. That's a story we've heard a lot. You're thinking, how does this apply to social media? I'm going to get to that. Because beneath all of this champagne and jazz and glitz and glamour is a real cautionary tale about the American dream. Nowadays, the social media dream, the YouTube dream. This thing seduces people just like the movie. It blinds and it ultimately destroys people. It tears them down, ultimately. A lot of them, most of them. And it can. This thing can have a very disastrous effect on people. Now, as we listen to the story, the narrator kind of pulls us into this world of wealth, of infidelity, of pretenses, right? Okay? YouTube is kind of that way. If we listen to these carnival barkers, so to speak, who are experts, consultants on YouTube, and they're going to help you grow your channel, and they're going to do all this stuff, for a fee, of course. They pull you into this story that's been created by social media, by YouTube. And through their eyes, you can see what success looks like. You can taste it. Just like in The Great Gatsby, when Nick Carraway is narrating this thing, you can see a society where money defines a person's worth, where morality begins to erode under the weight of luxury, and a world where genuine love begins to kind of fade. It gets buried under the illusions of status. This, my friends, is the story of social media for a lot of people. You're thinking, how so? Let me explain. So, social media, YouTube, provides a lot of people with wealth. It's one of the more common. When you ask children today what they want to be when they grow up, they say they want to be a YouTuber. Okay, they want to do this for themselves, right? They hear about the money, the fame, the success. It's the easy way to become a star, maybe, right? Is it the easy way to become a star? It's not easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of skills. It takes a lot of time, a lot of failure, a lot of devotion to your craft to really do it right. But you hear that this illusionary world of fame, success, money, monetization, all these other things, ad deals, sponsorships. Look at this whole economy that is sprung up. They call it the creator economy, where your success is defined by likes, thumbs up, subscribers, all of this stuff, right? You begin trying to keep up with that life. And then let's think of morality as your individual self-worth, right? Let's think of it like that. Let's think of it as who you are, your creativity, your balance, your life, your structure, all of these things, right? And how your originality, your original content begins to erode because you're re-engineering, you're reverse engineering somebody else's content because that's what you're encouraged to do by the platforms and by these consultants, right? We see it all the time. Even in mainstream media, we see this monkey see, monkey do. Bandura talked about this a lot in this many years ago in the 60s. He talked about this kind of monkey see, monkey do mentality. You get trapped into this world and it begins to erode who you are. It takes away from who you are as a person. And then maybe you get a little success. And then a policy changes or a rule changes or the algorithm changes and that success is no longer there. And then you have to ask yourself, will my audience still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful, as Lana Del Rey says in a song in this movie? Will they still love you if they no longer see you? If the algorithm no longer pushes your video out to them? If the policy changes? If they never know you exist? And then this reality that you will likely fail at social media, at YouTube. Less than 6% of all people who do YouTube earn a full-time living from this or make a career at this. This is a very small number of people. And if you look at the number, I don't know the exact number. I have to look this up. I had it. I forgot to bring it. But the exact number of people who create content on social media and want to be full-time creators and those who actually do and actually make it, it's an ocean between them. It's a universe between them. The number of people who actually make it's incredibly small. So you have this illusion of status, this illusion that you can make it, that you can survive, that you can go further in all of this, that you will eventually rise to the top. If you pay your dues, if you buy into the subscriptions of the consultants and you take the courses and you buy the vidIQ subscription or the TubeBuddy subscription or whatever subscription, eventually you can build up an audience and a client base and all these people, and they will come after you. But then what happens if they never do? Can you handle that? So in the story of Jay Gatsby, right? Gatsby. What was his downfall? Gatsby's downfall was that he ended up being murdered. I'm telling you the end of the story here. But he ends up being murdered for a crime that he didn't actually commit. He was abandoned by almost everyone. And this exposes the fragility of chasing a dream that was never really real in the first place. Do you hear what I'm saying? Millions of people chase these dreams that's never really real. And they end up being like Gatsby, and they end up being shot and killed and abandoned for something that's really not their own fault. So the big arc in this Great Gatsby, right? The big arc to this is Gatsby believes in a dream of love and reinvention. Many people believe in the dream of success. They believe in the dream of making it on YouTube. And they believe that they can do it. And in the story of the Great Gatsby, of Jay Gatsby, he believes he can do it. Daisy represents love. That's just out of reach, right? Society corrupts this love. YouTube represents social media, and algorithms represent wealth, success, fame, fortune, all these dreams that you could now hold in the palm of your hand. You believe you can get them if you just throw the lavish parties. But in the end, it all ends up getting corrupted. It dies and it goes away. It fails. In the end, the dream collapses. And it leaves us staring at the emptiness behind the society, behind the glitter, behind the screen, behind the camera. It leaves us feeling lost. Now, the story of the Great Gatsby is less a romance story and more of an autopsy of ambition, of illusion, of the dream itself, the American dream. In our case, what we're discussing here now is the YouTube dream. So to boil this down into one brutal reality, The Great Gatsby is a tragic story. The Great Gatsby is the story about a man who builds an empire chasing a dream woman, Daisy Buchanan. And then he finds out that she was never worth the cost. And what happens in the end? Fitzgerald rips the mask off the American dream. You can apply that to YouTube and social media in so many ways. Now, our job as interventionists, as people who look at this as a whole, you and I may or may not be affected by this, but millions of people are. How do we fix this? And the only way that we can really fix this is a top-down approach. Strip it down completely naked, and love this story, and realize that today we're already beginning to see the effects of this. What will it be in 20 years? We need interventions to fix this, because we live in a world right outside of Great Gatsby's, Jay Gatsby's, chasing fame, chasing illusion, and chasing a dream that does not exist for most of them. And that's a reality. All right? Come on back. We're going to talk more about this. I'll see you soon. It's not anything to smile over. It's something to really contemplate. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.